We're live. What is going on, everybody? Ring Kings podcast is back. We are down one tonight. Our brother OTR Mike is celebrating his birthday. His birthday was on Thursday, but he's celebrating the whole weekend. So happy birthday to our brother Mikey, man.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Yes, enjoy your weekend. Salute to everybody that was in here from the moment I set up the stream. I set up the stream like an hour ago. But Brandon Bazel was here from the jump. Says, "Oh yeah, living big with Big Reg. Appreciate you coming through." Says, "I've been waiting for you to pop in." Hey, appreciate you coming through. We got the Rogue Pod. Hey, shout out to Hendo. Appreciate you, man. He was doing a live stream earlier, hanging with Hendo, which is quickly becoming a huge hit. And I'm looking forward to this show every weekend, man. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe over there. Make sure you subscribe to the hottest baseball channel out there. The Buck Stops Here. What's going on, Buck? Appreciate you coming through. D Weezy's in the house. What's going on? And Bazel says he's still here. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right. So look, Benavidez versus Plant. I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was a good card. All in all, you know, Benavidez gets the unanimous win. Good turnaround, because I thought starting out, man, it wasn't looking good for your boy.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I like both fighters, but the way it was looking, I was like, man, I don't know if Benavidez has it in him, right? Because he wasn't hitting Plant with anything, and Plant was kind of toying with him a little bit, but he made the adjustments, and that's what the elite fighters do. They make the adjustments. And it got really bad for Plant. And I thought they were going to stop the fight, but Plant showed a lot of heart, and he finished the fight. It was a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main or the biggest adjustment that happened in the second half of the fight is Plant started to fade. He couldn't move as well. He was outboxing him. I don't want to say easily, but I mean he was outboxing him in the first half. Yeah, you know, he was still getting hit, but not a ton and no combination. But you know, Benavidez wasn't throwing as much as he normally does, right? So you know, he couldn't get into that rhythm. But you know, you could tell when he did land, you could see the difference in power between Plant and Benavidez. So even through just the first 6 rounds when Plant was winning the fight, you know, he had the urgency in getting away from those punches, right? You know, he said the second half of the fight, he started to slow down a bit. Kenny Bayless, the referee Kenny Bayless, was letting Caleb Plant do whatever Caleb Plant wanted to do, and then blaming Benavidez for it, which was the choice. Plant was initiating clinches all night long. He hit Benavidez low a couple times, and then Benavidez got warned.
Yeah. Then one time he got hit low, and he's like, "Benavidez, that's a warning. Don't you raise your voice in here. Don't cuss."
Plant went and grabbed him, and you know, Bales broke him up. He went to Benavidez. He was like, "Yo, don't hit him with your elbow." He's like, "I didn't do that." But yeah, so you know, in the second half of the fight too, you know, he was Benavidez. He kind of turned on the inside fighting a little bit. He started landing some uppercuts, and you know, he was able to just adjust to kill a Plant. It looked like a UFC fight, right? Like, you know, anytime you see a fighter on the ground and they're getting in that ground and pound situation, all they do, they just grab the arm. Right, you try to grab the arm, you try to control the hand so you're not getting punched in the face, and that's what Caleb Plant was doing. But you know, hey, props to him. He made it through all 12 rounds. He didn't get the win, but you know, it's really weird. I mean, you see this sometimes with professional athletes where they have like a mismatch of skills, and that's what Caleb Plant has, I think, because he doesn't have a lot of power, and so he has to box and move. Like he has really fast hands. He has to move around and avoid guys like Benavidez, but he doesn't have the stamina to do it. And so it's like, who put this creative fighter together? Because you did that wrong.
They spent all the points on footwork.
Right. Like, yo, he gonna have the fastest hands you ever seen.
Shout out to Head though for a 420 donation, man. Appreciate it. It says Plant getting rocked with he got rocked in the end. Yeah, he did. He did. And you know, listen. This remind me of the Canelo fight, right? Because you know how I feel about it, right? Like I don't like to say this out loud, right? But I kind of felt like maybe it felt kind of like a dive. right? To me, because it was the same thing. Because I thought he was working Canelo. Like me and Mikey were watching the fight. We're like, yeah, Canelo ain't winning this, right? That's what we thought. And it's just like Canelo had nothing for Plant. Plant had his way with them. Canelo just looked like the slower fighter. And then next thing you know, Plant's going down, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. But you saw it in this fight as well. He
But
fades down the stretch.
everybody knows something about Plant. We don't know.
Right? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, Plant. The other thing with Kenny Bayless, man, this fight probably shouldn't have gone 12 because Caleb Plant. I forget what round it was. Maybe round
11.
7. No, it
7.
was even before. Well, maybe it was a little bit later than that. But yeah, Plant got rocked. And he was wobbling. He wasn't steady at all. And then Kenny Bayless was like, "Yo, stop the fight. You take your time.
Yes.
You recover."
Now
he called the ref up, the doctor up there to flash the light in his eyes real quick. There was no reason.
Well, that's what I thought at first too. But when they showed the replay, they clashed heads, right? That's a good enough reason to pause for a second. But at the time, I was just like, all right, Kenny, I mean, all this stuff leading up to this, now this, man, like this looks real sketchy. But when they showed the replay, that's why he was bleeding, because they clashed heads, and he stopped there shortly after that. But man,
I mean,
yeah,
they clashed heads, and he also caught about 5, 6, 7 punches. Like you can't stop the fight. That's
my point. That's my whole point, right? Like had he done it right afterwards, but all right, stop. But he didn't do that. He waited until
he said it looks like this boy gonna go down. Let's pause this real quick. Like, I'm getting paid by the round tonight.
Even Caleb Plant was confused, like, what's going on here? He like, go over there. I'm helping you. I mean, go over there. I need you to get checked out. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. Look, we got 7 people here on YouTube. We got 2 people over there on Facebook. Salute to you. It is 1:30 a.m. Appreciate you coming through. Okay. Oh, look, it's even going up now. All right. Okay. Look, shout out to you. Look, anybody in here that's new, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Shout out to Marcus that's in here. Marcus says, wow, the Mexican Monster is the perfect nickname. Yeah. Yeah. He kind of reminds you of Herman Munster.
Wow.
Right. But long reach advantage. Yeah, look, Benavidez, salute to him. But I will say this, man. He needs to use his jab a whole lot more. He started using it more down the stretch, but that's one thing I noticed. He does a lot of looping punches.
Well, yeah, I mean, normally he does, right? I think that was him. I think he was very frustrated tonight, because Plant was he was outboxing him early. And he couldn't pin him down. He couldn't cut off the ring. He couldn't get him stationary so he could start, really, really letting his hands go.
Yeah.
And as he started swinging wildly around the middle of the fight, as I think he was just really frustrated and not being able to put anything together offensively. And then Plant said, "Don't worry, I'm tired." so here you go. These next 6 rounds are for you.
What's going on, Mike? He says, yo, don't know if he beat Canelo. Yeah.
He wouldn't beat Canelo.
Benavidez.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this version Canelo's slowing down.
Canelo's the bigger, stronger fighter than Benavidez, and they fight similar styles, right? But like I said, Canelo's bigger, stronger, and I think he's a better boxer than Benavidez as well when he wants to be.
Yeah, but I don't know. We gotta see him in his next fight. I mean, he's not gonna be fighting anybody that's really anything. But I gotta see Canelo. Like I said, he's an older fighter now. I want to see how how he looks. I gotta see something. But Benavidez, he's only 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got a lot that he can work on too. I'm not sure how much bigger and stronger Canelo's gonna be, depending on how long it takes for them to fight. Because Benavidez is just getting. I mean, he hasn't even gotten to his grown man body yet. That's scary. That's scary. you know. But yeah, hey, salute to you, Mikey. It's your birthday weekend. Happy birthday. You know, we were partying last night. Lots of fun. You know, thanks to everybody that donated to Mikey's party fund. Okay. He enjoyed it. Right. Yeah, man. The rest of the card, pretty good card, but there's a fight that I really want to talk about because you know, we're expecting him to make a fierce comeback. And I mean, he came back, he got the win, but boy, was it controversial. Talking about Chris Colbert. That fight, he did not win that fight. He fought Jose Valenzuela. Sorry about that. It was a good fight. I'll give him that. He got put down like 25 seconds into the fight.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no balanced shot. It wasn't no, you know, just well timed.
He just beat on for the next 2.5 minutes.
Yes, but to Colbert's credit, he came back, and there was a point in the fight I was just like, okay, I think he's gonna win this now. But Valenzuela came back. They started landing shots on him, and they went back and forth. And I was just like, yeah, I think Valenzuela got the best of him, right? All three judges scored it exactly the same. It was what was it? It was 7 rounds to 6 essentially. Let me pull up the score here. Oh, it was 90, 95, 94. All of them scored at 95, 94 to Chris Colbert, and Valenzuela was not here for it. And shout out to Kenny Bayless for the $5 donation. Kenny hurt. He's watching the stream. B. Kenny says, "This is a warning. I'm taking a point if you keep it up." So look to Kenny Bayless for coming through.
Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate
Yeah, he got spun around. He got spun around for sure. Yeah. After the fight, Valenzuela was, you know, he was not happy about it. Didn't want to shake hands. He let Colbert know, I should have won the fight. And Colbert called him a sore loser. And I kind of agree with Colbert, right? Colbert didn't he doesn't judge the fight, right?
He doesn't judge the fight, but I don't think it's fair to call somebody a sore loser after they didn't lose.
If you don't listen, no, well, I can understand being mad, but shake the other dude's hand. He ain't got nothing to do with the decision, right?
Maybe they don't like each other.
And Colbert told him, listen, we can run it back. It's fine. We can run it back. You know, like, what more do you want another fighter to say? A fighter will be like, yeah, man, that's some BS, man. I lost. Nobody's gonna say that.
He probably would have shook his hand then.
The best you can hope for is say, hey, I think that was fair, right? He said, hey, look, man, we'll run it back. Don't worry about it. Okay. Like, that's it. All you gotta say is, all right, fine. Well, fine. Okay. You know I won, fine. But you saying we run it back, cool. We'll shake hands. But he's sitting there complaining he don't want to shake Colbert's hand. You are a sore loser.
No, I don't think we talk about this a lot. I don't think you should be looking for the best sportsmanship right after a professional contest ends. Like, I'm sure a little bit later he cools down. He's like, all right, whatever. I should have shook his hand. But it's it's like we talk about with football, with basketball. Right when you come off the court or you come off the field, the emotions are running high. It's like that guy with the Bengals, right? Mm-hmm. Who patted Mahomes on the shoulder on his way out of bounds, and they called the personal foul. And his teammate is screaming and on the way into the locker room, "Don't effing touch him!" You
mean when he assaulted Pat Mahomes?
His teammate is screaming, "Don't effing touch the quarterback!" Right? He's just mad. Like, he doesn't hate his teammate. He's angry at the moment, and later on he's going to cool down. He's not going to scream that in the dude's face. But and it's even faster, in boxing, because like it's literally 30 seconds after they read the judge's score. So like, hey, let's do an interview.
Yeah, no, okay, no, I hear you, but I think in boxing and combat sports is a little different, right? Like, I'm not talking about the interviews and all that stuff. I'm talking about the formality of shaking hands afterwards, or whatever. Unless you got true beef with that person, right? I don't think they have any real beef with each other. It's a formality thing. Okay, yeah, good fight, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Now.
And even if they don't agree, like you've seen before, like you've seen fighters, they'll hug it out and be like, hey, I won that. They might argue, but like, okay, well, a good fight, but I won, whatever, right? This man's just like, nah, don't touch me. Like, Kobe didn't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he likes his personal space. Don't touch him.
Yeah. We said if Fury got that 70-30 cut, he would have said he lost after winning. He said no, he would have said no matter what, I won. Fair says, where's Mike? Mikey's right here. He's in the chat. He's right there. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, but that was another that was the controversial one. The other one people might say is controversial, not really. It was a majority decision. Cody Crowley gets the win over Abel Ramos. I thought that was a right decision, right?
I mean, look, everybody had Crowley winning pretty comfortably.
Yeah,
going into those last couple of rounds, and what was controversial about it is they countered a knockdown when Crowley didn't get knocked down.
Yeah.
So but he ended up getting the win. His brother fought later on against undefeated Joey Spencer, and
there was no controversy there.
Oh my god,
there was no controversy.
Yeah, listen, he put a beating on young Joseph, and Joseph knew it.
Yeah,
he was like, "Man, you're a great fighter." After the fight,
yeah. It's one of those, like, whenever the ref stops a man, like he's not necessarily in danger, but he's clearly getting outclassed, and the rest is like, all right, we've seen enough.
Right. We don't need this to go on.
That is I'm always impressed by those wins, right? Because it just shows how superior the other boxer is.
Right? I mean, there was a point late in that fight where Spencer was on the ropes and Ramos was standing right in front of him, landing a combination. And then he jumped like to his right and landed a combination. Then he jumped all the way to the left. Like he was just practicing. Yeah. He was just practicing, just dancing around him, landing combinations because Spencer wasn't doing anything.
Right. Yeah. Dewey says be respecting to that man. Oh, I think he had the respect going in there, but he beat the rest of it out of him. All right. So what's next for Benavidez, man? Benavidez, impressive win over Caleb Plant. Good win. That's a good win to have on your resume too.
Yeah, but all roads in the super middleweight division lead to Canelo. Mm-hmm. He is the undisputed champion. Benavidez has an interim belt. So I mean, if you're not about fighting Canelo, which his father I guess made some noise about not wanting Canelo, then you're not about anything at 168.
Well, who's you gonna fight? I mean, you can fight Jamal.
Right. Well, if he moves up, which Jamal, I'll just say that Jamal has not shown the kind of ambition that I would expect somebody would have to go out and find a fight. He seems very comfortable where he's at 160.
Jamal got to start showing something. Now's the time, man. Now's the time.
Well, now is the time because the time was also like 3 years ago. But whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so Canelo, I mean, this is also on Canelo, right? Like there's been a lot of talk out there about Canelo not fighting these guys, and you and I always felt like he'll get around to them, but Canelo's getting older now, right? I'm not sure how many more times he wants to fight. This guy that he's supposed to be fighting in May, I forget the guy's name.
John Ryder.
Those are the fights. Those are fights I do not want to see Canelo taking.
Well, I'm not going to say that he's not fighting these guys. He fought Caleb Plant. He fought Billy Joe Saunders. Benavidez just moved up into this division. Right?
Yes.
Like he just fought Triple G. He just defended his titles there.
I'm not saying he's not fighting these guys. I'm just saying
it's like with Mayweather or any great fighter. There's always the younger guy coming up. That people say, "Oh, well, you didn't fight him." Well, I mean, you can't fight everybody. I would expect, because he is the undisputed champion, he's got this Ryder fight coming up, and then he's talking about B-Ball, right? That's what he wants, B-Ball later this year. I would expect after that he would fight Benavidez, because these were the 1 and 2 ranked fighters in that division. And now, I mean, it's just the one, right? I don't think we need to talk about Plant and Benavidez in the same breath anymore.
Okay, so the Ryder fight's coming up. Is it official yet?
Yeah, it's the Cinco de Mayo fight.
Okay, so that's essentially about a month from now, right?
Yeah, a little more.
Okay, and then he takes on Bivol after that. I don't know, like Benavidez take another fight before then, or does he wait?
I think he'll probably take another fight. They're talking about the last I saw they were talking about like September maybe for Bivol. But who knows if that fight even gets made? That's what Canelo wants. Bivol might not want that. Bivol might be on to bigger and better things. He might be looking at better BF.
I think that's the fight that he wants. Yeah.
So yeah, we just gotta kind of have to see. That we know that that's what Canelo wants because he wants to avenge that loss. But that fight may not even be on the table at that point. It may be later this summer or early fall. Him and Benavidez.
I think Benavidez camp needs to really push for the Canelo fight in September, because if he fights Bivol and loses again, he might retire.
He might,
right? Like, I mean, he's kind of hinted towards that, right? And he can. He's at a point now. Like, he doesn't have much more to prove.
No,
But for Benavidez, if he can take the crown from Canelo, that could catapult him. That could catapult him into superstardom, right? Because a lot of these young fighters don't really have that notoriety, right? They don't have that signature win that'll catapult them,
right?
If Benavidez can beat Canelo, that'll catapult him, right? The next big Mexican fighter, the next superstar Mexican fighter, that could be Benavidez if he goes out there and wins. But if Canelo don't give him that shot, that's gonna be tough.
Right. I'll talk about John Ryder's not a real fight. He's the number 4 ranked super middleweight in the world.
We sitting here talking trash and watching beat him.
No, it's probably not gonna happen, but that's all right though. I'm just looking at the rankings right now. There's not really a whole lot else out there. There's Demetrius Andrade, who just moved up.
Andrade, and that should be a.
But that's really about it. So if he actually does go and fight Bivol, I would like to see Benavidez and Andrade fight. But if you're David Benavidez, you probably think you've earned the Canelo fight without having to beat Andrade, right? So you might just wait it out.
Well, yeah, it all depends. It all depends. Like, they need to start negotiating with that camp now, saying, "Hey, like, let's get this fall fight, make this fall fight happen." Or keep talks fluid. Hey, if you want Bivol, I get it. You want to avenge that loss. If you don't, we're here. Let us be next. Your next opponent. Get that worked out. If that can't happen, make the Andrade fight happen.
Yeah. But
Andrade, we call it Andrade. It's Andrade, right? Andrade.
I forget. There's several fighters with that last name, and they all pronounce it different.
They all pronounce it different. Yeah.
So Andrade. I apologize, but no, I'm with you. I think he should really, really push for the Canelo fight. Try to make that happen, because if Canelo goes and loses to Bivol again, how interested are people going to be in Canelo Benavidez? I think it'll still be a big fight, but it won't be as big as it could be, because he's coming off of 2 losses, and some of the shine is off of him, right? He's not that top guy anymore.
Well, you're talking about if he loses to Bivol?
Yeah. If he loses to Bivol a second time before he tries to take on a Benavidez fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he might just look to retire at that point, but he still has the name, though. He still has the name. I think that will still be huge for Benavidez.
I think it'll be big. I just don't think it'll be as big as it could be.
No. But look, it's like when De La Hoya beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez was a shell of himself, right? But that's what kind of catapulted
elder abuse over there.
But obviously it's not gonna have the same effect as it did back then. Like, there's just there's more media now. But no, it'll definitely help. Money wise, obviously, that'd be the biggest fight he ever had. But look, if he beats this, why do I keep forgetting his name? Ryder. If he beats Ryder, you just said like 2 seconds ago, I'm like, that guy over there. if he beats Ryder, okay, then he's coming off a 2-win streak, right? Beating Triple G, beating John Ryder. Okay, that's something right there. Yeah, man. You get Benavidez then. That could be huge. They can definitely sell that fight.
John Ryder just beat Zach Parker by TKO in November. He beat Daniel Jacobs last February.
He didn't really beat him.
He beat him last February.
He didn't.
He beat him last February by split decision. So I don't know why we're trying to. You're trying to. Not we. You are trying to throw dirt on John Ryder's name. Okay?
Let's see what our co-host has to say here.
He's the number 4 ranked super middleweight.
Number 4. Mikey says, I don't think Canelo is in any rush to fight the Mexican monster, even though it would do numbers with the Mexican fans. Yeah, I agree, man. But there's only I think a handful of fights left for Canelo, right? He wants to avenge the Bivol fight. Okay, let's say you go out there and you beat Bivol, right? Like, I mean, you have to defend your title. You know, was that super middleweight? You have to defend
Bivol is light heavyweights. I mean, he's trying to get like if he.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Right, But he just defended his title. He's about to do it again, so he'll have time. So if he goes and beats Bivol, I think he'll take another fight at light heavyweight. I think because that was his plan, which was try to.
Who's he gonna fight there?
Benavidez. I think his plan was to go and capture that division as well, right, and be the undisputed light heavyweight champion. So if he goes and beats Bivol, I think that's what he's going to try to do.
I think that's a bad idea.
I don't think it's that bad an idea. I mean, look, Beterbiev is a good fighter, but like, I mean, the legend of Beterbiev is a bit much at this point. Who is Beterbiev beaten? Absolutely no one.
Beterbiev can take a beating and he can deliver a beating.
Yeah, he can take a beating and deliver a beating to nobodies.
Canelo don't have that kind of strength. Canelo has nothing for Beterbiev. He don't have anything for Bivol. I'm gonna be real with you.
We'll see. Because I mean, I think Bivol's gonna knock out Beterbiev if they fight. But Beterbiev hasn't beaten anybody. So, you know, it's easier to look that dominant when you haven't fought anyone.
The last guy he fought was pretty. I mean, he's not great.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. You know how I know he's not any good? He's not really that guy because they spent a whole 10-15 minute video package before the fight talking about how he works in the garage. He's a mechanic. He's an everyman. Everymen are not world-class athletes. They're not world-class anything. He's a mechanic from Mechanicsburg. He's nobody.
He's a solid fighter. I say he's a great fighter. Yeah.
No, he's not. I don't think he's a solid fighter at all. You know what else doesn't happen to solid fighters? You know, because they made a whole big deal about how he's never been knocked out and all that, and then he got knocked out in 2 rounds. No.
No, you're talking about not Joe Smith.
Oh, who was his last fight?
Yeah, you're talking about Joe Smith. I'm forgetting I'm blanking on his name right now. Mikey, who was the last? What was that guy's name?
Was there another one? That probably was. I probably missed.
But still, yeah. I mean, Joe Smith is solid too.
Joe Smith is solid.
I'm gonna look it up, but why am I blanking on his name? He had taken a little break because he had all right. This is Beterbiev.
His last fight was Anthony Yard.
Yes. I'm sorry, Anthony Yard.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that fight because that fight was nonsense too.
But Yard is a solid fighter.
He's an okay fighter. He's not a top tier fighter.
That's what I said. I didn't say he fought great.
But that's what I'm saying. He hasn't fought anybody on the level of Canelo. He hasn't. Nowhere near.
Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Ferris. Yes. No. He hasn't.
So and I know, but that's my point. Like, it's easier to look like that against Anthony Yard and Joe Smith.
But those guys hit harder than Canelo. I can guarantee you that.
They may not. They didn't hit him very much, so we don't know. But I'm just saying, like, he hasn't been in the ring with that level. He hasn't. Right. And by the way, my man's what is he? 38? He's 38.
I was gonna say 42. He looks great though.
Yeah.
Mikey says Yard was winning that fight, in my opinion. I thought Yard. I thought it was a pretty close fight until Better Be put him down.
Right up until it wasn't.
Yeah. Ferris says Yard did. I talked about on our pound for pound list.
It was a joke, Ferris. It was a joke. And yeah, he was winning on 2 of the cards, and then he got knocked out.
Yeah.
In the 8th. But no, the point is just that he hasn't been in the ring with somebody of that skill level. He hasn't been in the ring with somebody of Bivol skill level, and he's 38 years old. So we'll see on our tour.
Canelo ain't young. Canelo's right. He's
Canelo's not young, but Canelo has been in there with top fighters and beaten them.
Yes. Yeah.
I just don't think. Yeah, Bivol's again a bigger guy and a very good fighter. Now, I'm not saying that he would beat Better Biev. I'm just saying I think that if he manages to win the rematch, he'll try to fight Better Biev because that was his plan. I guarantee you that if he beats Better Biev, he's not going to be scared of a 39-year-old who's never fought anybody.
Yeah. No. I don't think Canelo's afraid of anybody.
No. So I'm just saying I think that that's what he'll try. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying I think that's what he'll do. I mean, why go back down to 168 for what?
To fight Benavidez.
Benavidez said he didn't want to fight him.
Benavidez didn't say that. Benavidez, I think his camp said that.
Benavidez' daddy said that.
All right. Let the man speak for himself. Okay. Ferris says, sorry, Brodny, hater of the everyman and great people of Mechanicsburg.
I didn't say anything about the people of Mechanicsburg. Salt of the earth people. Right? What I said was Joe Smith is not a great fighter. And now, if you want to take the other side of that argument, be my guest, Ferris.
He said, "B can heat a whole village with all that hate."
Who am I hating on? All I'm doing is speaking facts.
Man, yo, hit the like button if you're new in here. If you're new, also hit that subscribe button. All right, it is 2 a.m. Man, what's up with these boxing matches and finishing late like this? Like,
let's go to England, man.
Like UFC finished, we're thrown off because UFC finished at 8:00 last week, and now this fight finishes at 1:00. Like, boxing matches usually end at 12, 12:30 the latest. Man, like,
well, it depends on how much, because this one had three undercards.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Mike from One Mike History. Appreciate you coming through. Make sure you go over there and hit the subscribe button. Look, if any of you guys are subscribed, I'm sure all of you are subscribed to our Lunch Break Hot Take channel. We start every show with a Black History fact. All right. Listen, this guy right here, I mean, if you love those Black History facts, and a lot of you do, definitely subscribe to One Mike History. Yes. He gives you all the Black History facts. Dope channel. Salute to you. He says, I am struggling bad with Benavidez and Better Biev.
just call one of them Abe Lincoln. That's what Ferris does.
Yeah.
Angry Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. D Weezy says, if this was a time zone, it would be D Weezy time. What does that mean?
He's up late all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And thanks for being here, D Weezy. But we're not gonna be here long. But yes, these boxing matches, man, we gotta get the time back down.
Okay, well, next week we should be good.
What's next week?
Anthony Joshua is fighting Jermaine Franklin, so I'm assuming they're fighting in the UK.
Anthony Joshua's fighting?
Anthony Joshua is fighting. He is fighting on April 1st.
Okay.
And I believe that is also the same night as Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira.
Uh-oh.
No. That's the next week. Never mind.
Okay. I was about to say, because I don't want to do 2 streams in one day.
Oh, we're going to do that.
Yeah, I want to stream after that. You guys see?
But we weren't going to do 2 streams. It was just going to be 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna see how Anthony Joshua bounces back.
We sign off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not.
When we say bye,
Yeah.
that's it. Well, Mike says there's nothing more mid than Anthony Joshua fight. Hey,
What?
I thought the two fights with Usyk were very good fights.
The Usyk fights were great. Every other Anthony Joshua fight, you are correct.
Yeah, yeah.
But I thought he really stepped up against Usyk. I mean, granted, it wasn't enough, but he really kind of rose to the occasion. He gave his best in those fights, unlike Andy Ruiz.
I get a little feeling from Anthony Joshua that he kind of fights down to the level of his opponent.
Yeah, look, I always say you look at him and at any given point, he's about 85% of what you expect him to be, because he looks like he's the prototypical heavyweight champion. He looks like he should never lose. He's got everything. And then he gets in the ring and Andy Ruiz knocks him down 4 times. He's not even hurt and just quits. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's just not. I don't think that he has. I don't want to say he doesn't have the heart. It's not what I mean, but like he doesn't have the. I guess the passion for it, maybe. Like it's just not. It's not the most important thing to him. It seems like, but it felt like the Usyk fights were.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he. There's something different in them in those fights for sure. Yeah. But I think this is the first fight he has a new trainer, Derek James. That's Errol Spence's and the Charlo brothers trainer. So I think this will be his first fight. Derek James in his corner. I want to see what kind of adjustments he makes. I want to see if there's a bigger sense of urgency in this fight. Right. Yeah. I want to see him go out there and put this guy out early. And if he does, maybe something different there. Look, Derek James, he's a trainer. Is he the trainer of the year? He was a 2022 trainer of the year. I mean, this man, he's got a formula for winning. So maybe he can fix some things with Anthony Joshua moving forward. Because look, Joshua took 2 tough losses, but there's still a lot in front of him. Okay, he can maybe set up something with Tyson Fury. He still has Wilder. There's some fights out there for him if he wants them. So
Tyson Fury's such a clown. I can't stand that dude.
Tyson Fury, we ain't talk about that. I was waiting for Mikey to come back. We'll touch on it a little bit right now. But when Mikey comes back, we got the whole crew here. We'll discuss this letdown. Why is Tyson Fury trying to hurt boxing? Why does he hate boxing, B?
Why is he afraid of Alexander Usyk? Why is he ducking
him? He made all these ridiculous demands, and Alexander Usyk said, "Okay, fine," to most of them. And one of the ridiculous demands, I can't remember which one it was. Usyk was like, "Come on, that's you're going too far." He said, "Well, fight's off. We're not doing the fight. You don't want it. You don't care, right?" And now, does he already have a different fight set up? I heard Andy Ruiz might be.
I don't think there's anything actually set up. I mean, I think there were some rumors floated out there, but there's nothing actually scheduled, as far as I know.
I don't like these games from Tyson Fury. He's 40, right? Like he's actually up there in age. No, I don't think he's that old. One of them.
He's getting. They're all old. He's getting close. But you have 1 belt. Usyk has 3. You haven't beaten anybody. Usyk beat your who should be your main rival, Anthony Joshua, twice. I understand that you're more popular, and that's why you wanted the lion's share of the money, and he agreed to that. So get in the ring.
Well, you know what happened? Usually, how these negotiations go down, right? There's a little back and forth, right? Hey, I want 70%. I know the other fight's not gonna go for that. I'm like, no, it's not gonna be 70. It's gonna be 50-50. Right. And then there's a little jostling back and forth. Okay, 60-40. But Usyk was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you said that too quick.
And Tyson got scared.
He's like,
all he did was call him. He's like, all right, greedy belly, you can have 70. Let's go. And he's like, I don't want to fight that. I don't want to fight the cat. Calling me greedy belly.
What do you mean, okay? What do you know? What you been hearing? What's up, ABC? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you, man. Yo, it's 2:09. Why are you guys still up?
Why are we still up?
Look, it was a good card. That's why I enjoyed that card. The whole card. all the way through. I thought they were good fights. PBC puts on some good fights.
Yeah.
They have some good fights. I know they don't get as much I guess notoriety, as much publicity as top ranked fighters do. I mean, because they don't have the ESPN machine pushing their fighters, hyping them up as much.
Right.
But PBC has some excellent fighters, and I feel like the last few cards have been better than top ranked cards.
Top ranked cards usually aren't very good.
Yeah.
Top ranked cards are usually designed to promote top ranked prospects.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't have any problem with you throwing, Keyshawn Davis and them in there with guys who they can put on a show against, but
No, not at all.
It doesn't make for great cards.
Yeah. But even like who was the last top ranked card I watched? I can't remember. I know the Teofimo fight that we went to in New York was really good. I mean, entertaining, good. Like they weren't necessarily great fights, but they were entertaining.
None of them were good fights.
but we had fun. We had fun, and I like to see those type of fighters, showcase their skills against lesser opponents, right? So I enjoyed that. But PBC, man, they've been having some good fights. Colbert, we ain't talking much about Colbert. He's gonna have to run it back because you got that win. You did not win that fight, man.
I'm sorry, you ain't talking much about Colbert because ain't much to talk about with Colbert. He's not the guy that people thought he was. So that's fine.
Look, it's time to cut that hair, or dye it one color. You ain't even gotta be black.
Stop color coordinating everything. Just get in the ring and fight somebody.
Yeah.
Get in the ring and win.
Because he's definitely a skilled fighter.
This little bumblebee outfit.
Yeah. Like you said, I can't believe he said he wanted to fight Tank. I I can believe it. Tank is the draw. When you get to that level, right? You get to I know we look at it as fans like, oh, you don't want to fight that guy. But these guys have trained so hard, they've been boxing for so long, they're truly not afraid of anybody, right? Even if they don't believe they can win. Like, look, man, this is a business. I want to go in there and try to showcase my skills, try to get that win. But more importantly, I want to make that money, right? If that's the biggest draw, I need to get paid.
They're not afraid of getting punched in the face. They get punched in the face every day.
Right.
You don't hit that much harder than anybody I sparred. I probably sparred with you. Right. They're not afraid.
Right. Exactly. It's a paycheck, right? So of course he wants that, DWG said, I could tell a few years back PBC was pushing a good product even with smaller names. Yeah. Top Rank had a card on tonight, Jose Ramirez. Okay, I didn't even know that. Yeah. So, all right, look, we're gonna wrap this up here. All right. When Mikey comes back, we are going to record an episode. Well, we got to. I'm not sure. Do you want to? Are we going to do a live stream and record an episode? Maybe. But look, Ring Kings. We haven't put out a lot of stuff recently, but that's going to change. We have some stuff recorded. We have some stuff to stream about. We got fights coming up, so stay tuned for that. All right. Especially on the audio side. Apologize for that. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out on the audio side. Don't you worry. I have a lot of things that I need to load up there. So if you are audio listener, appreciate you hanging around. There's going to be a lot more episodes uploaded, a lot more content, and we're going to get on a more consistent schedule moving forward. But yeah, other than that, let's get out of here. B, you got any last words before we leave?
Not really. I mean, we've been talking about there's a lot of really great fights coming up. Anthony Joshua's fight is not necessarily a great fight, but he's one of the top guys out there. Tank and Ryan Garcia's coming up. Teofimo, Josh Taylor's coming up. Canelo and John Ryder. Katie Taylor and Cameron's coming up. So yeah, I mean, we'll hear a lot. I hope you join us. There's a lot of great action coming.
Yes, indeed. And our guy, we're missing a third person, our guy Mikey, who's enjoying his birthday weekend. Mr. OTR Mike, you see him in the chat. Appreciate you coming through. Also subscribe to his channel, Open Mic with OTR Mike. All right. He's put out 2 live streams this week. I got to upload the other one to the audio. And he's got more episodes in the bank ready to go. So and we're gonna record even more. Look, we've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Just because you see us a little inactive in these episodes does not mean we're not working behind the scenes. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on, and you're gonna see the fruits of our labor here very shortly. All right. So thank you for coming through. Also, Raven C was in here. Subscribe to his channel, One Mike History. Subscribe to his channel, Ferris Guy channel. Let's Get Ready Network, the highlights. All right. So yeah, subscribe. Those are all of our people. So go over there and support. All right. We're getting out of here. Have a great night / morning. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. B, are you ready?
Ready.
He is ready. We will see y'all next time. Peace.